Hi, Internet. It's Zori again. Hi. This is not a podcast. I'm a hostage. Hostages don't have podcasts. I'm here to tell you about the Who Hack, the Who Hackers, the Who Hackers, the Who Hackers, the Who Hackers, Who Hacker Jack, Who Hacker Jack in Chicago. I'm here to tell you about Who Hacker Jack in Chicago. I think it's Who Hacker Jack. Is it Who Hacker Jack? We spoke about them earlier. They've been hired by JP Morgan Chase to represent them in an action that I filed against them for probably some of the things that you've heard here on the internet. And what had happened was I went on and I did a little research about, opposition research. Politicians do it all the time. They check into some things. If anybody wants to, hack a jack. And what I found was that they do this community service. And as I read to you earlier, some of the things that they do are so remarkable. It's so remarkable what they do in Chicago. See, these two attorneys commit resources to the Chicago Volunteer Legal Services, the CVL services. Mm-hmm. And that's what they do over there. But if you turn to the brochure for the Trotter Foundation, if all of you who have the brochure, you'll see under the morale section of the advertised products that are offered by the Trotter Foundation, of whom I am the sole proprietor. There is a product called the Perfect product that I sell to municipalities. Unlike Chicago would be the competition for these municipalities. However, there's a program called the Community Helpers Community Helpers Project that is a part of the Plenty Profit product that aids individuals whose goals are helping communities heal social structure through humane services. That's the goal of community helpers at the Trotter Foundation. But here we have the Chicago Volunteer Legal Services. Again, I say the Chicago VL services, if any of that has any reference to anyone, if that terminology has any value to anyone. It does ensure that low-income Chicagoans receive quality legal representation, while two others donate time to the American Ukrainian Youth Association and the Polish American Association. See, I don't do that. That's not what I do. That's what the Chicago VL services does. But what I do here at the foundation, and when I say I believe I'm referring to the sole proprietorship, because it's not functioning right now because JP Morgan is taking my property and they're paying it to support the services of the Chicago Volunteer Legal Services. Quite different from what we do at Community Helpers is we actually provide an income from generating revenue from solving your own problems at Community Helpers, at the Trotter Foundation. A little bit different from what they do at the services. The Chicago VL services. Unfortunately, since JP Morgan is working with them, Community Helpers, whose obligation would be to themselves to help themselves, will be deferred until JP Morgan decides whether it supports its consumer base or the community VL services of Chicago. Now, another works in a myriad of ways to build a better Jewish community in Chicago and Israel and throughout the world, while still another serves at the Center for Disability and Elder Law. Now, currently, I don't serve in either of those positions, but what I've done in my capacity to protect my self-employment interest is I have filed claims against the United States government for maintaining records that I know to be false so that they generate revenue and profit from trafficking human beings, when I have what's called the Plenty Profit product here, where you can actually traffic products and services rather than people. Now, that's what the Trotter Foundation does. Now, here, the Chicago Volunteer Services also receive funding from the same pot that goes to the Center for Disability and the Law. It have taken me maybe about 3 to 4 months to come up with the claim to protect my self-employment interests, when I decided that it was necessary for disabled people to be able to be protected and work for my company. I just filed a suit. I didn't give anybody a job for that cause. I just wrote some words down on a piece of paper and told the United States, you pay me for this. And then I'll give them jobs to be themselves. Whoever that disabled person wants to be, I'll give them a job to be themselves, because what you're doing to give them a job to just be disabled is a crime against humanity. So I just filed a lawsuit and I'm waiting on the assessor. But you don't have to use the Trotter Foundation and my lawsuit. You don't have to ride down on that, J.P. Morgan. You don't have to ride down on that. You can always support the Center for Disability and Elder Law. I'm sure they're giving away jobs over there. And I'm sure no disabled people work over there, just people over there that feel sorry for them. It's probably over there. So you go over there and do that. But over to Trotter Foundation, you just got an owner that will fight a whole damn nation to protect disabled people, so that those disabled people don't get hurt in the economy, and then I have to pay insurance for it. Now, I want that. No, I want that. That's bad economy. That's bad economy. Disabled people want to work, let them work. And what I do, you come over to Trotter Foundation, you come community helper. Oh, what kind of services do community helpers offer? Well, first of all, if you are a prisoner, which community helpers is geared toward, because we have a large part of our society that has been in prison for one reason or another. Your first opportunity is to remove yourself from the debt of your state as a community helper. Your state feels you owe them a debt. You can't work for community helpers until you pay that debt. For community helpers is the plan that is written for community helpers actually shows you how to get paid for paying your debt. Isn't that fantastic? Or you could just go over to see who a hack, and they'll give a job to somebody that feels sorry for you over at Disability and Elder Law. You can do that anytime. Okay, this is the Naperville City Councilman. I believe that's Naperville City Council. I don't have my glasses that come from Dr. Charles Tillman. I don't have those. He wouldn't show me how to work them and threw me into a wall. So I don't really know how to wear them too good. So I just try to make it without them when I can. But they also have some money over here at the Bright Side Foundation. See, now, I don't have the Bright Side Foundation over there. They got the Bright Side Foundation over there. What I have is called the Come Home Project. It's kind of a built-in first fruit type of service that is offered for venture capitalists who ran away from home. No, that happens all the time. Venture capitalists, they run away from home. They start calling people on the phone, say, buy something, buy something, buy something. And forget about the people at the house and how much money they can make at the people at the house. So built into the Plenty Profit product, we have the Come Home, where the people who have become venture capitalists or who are interested in becoming venture capitalists or who may know a venture capitalist can actually help out their home without actually coming home. You find the idea that's available in the Plenty Profit product or any of the other businesses that are around your home, and you find the venture capital investment in your life that you want to make. And here at the Trotter Foundation, you find the Come Home Project will help you come up with the plan to make that thing happen. You don't have to go to your city. You don't have to go to your councilman. You don't even have to go to the neighborhood group. You can come to the Trotter Foundation's Come Home Project, and we will show you how to make investments in your own home. The goal is to utilize homegrown ideas and entrepreneurs in global markets. So you can go over to See Who Hack. See Who Hack and join the Bright Side Foundation. They're available for Chicago. But here you have a product, the Plenty Profit product, that offers you the opportunity to join the Come Home Project, where you can benefit from having a global market view your local product and invest. Isn't that something? Not compared to the Bright Side Foundation. See Who Hack. Now, Concordia Place. Now, I'm sure that has something to do with ICDC 10s running into buildings in New York. I don't have one of those. No, I do not. I do not have ICDC 10. I apologize to all of you who actually need an ICDC 10. Here you can get those at the health department, the CDC. I hear you can get FBI, the DEA, the judge. They all got ICDC 10s and all kinds of ICDCs. So you get you over there and you get you one of them. So that might help you if you ain't in Chicago, because you got to be up there and get you a Concordia Place, whatever that is. But over at the Trotter Foundation, what we have at the Trotter Foundation, that we are moral things. These are moral things here. We have a Fatherless Hope Project over at the Trotter Foundation. We have a Fatherless Hope Project because I have a problem with parents who want to make the excuse that I'm single and it's a problem. Because I have an experience in my life with that says that's almost impossible. Kind of gives you a balance that makes you more powerful. So for you to play it off like it's something difficult, it's kind of difficult for the Trotter Foundation to formulate a means of you capitalizing off that. The idea that there is no hope in you being a single parent. But the Trotter Foundation found a way without an ICDC 1010 or without a Concordia in Chicago. Utilize homegrown ideas and entrepreneurs in the global markets for the Come Home Project, but Our Fatherless Hope Project is closing the gap of the affected father effect. For those of you that don't understand the word interchangeability here, is there is an effect from the affect that is causing harm to my own personal opportunity. Not me, but you. It doesn't matter who you are. There is someone somewhere that is being subjected possibly to having their civil liberties deprived because someone else has declared them a father. There's actually an entire government system that's been set up to monetize the declaration of being a father. Now, I know there are many of you who understand what it takes to take care of a family, because or assistance that comes that provided to you as a portion of what you need. Say for food stamps, you get a $200 allotment for one person, but you're expected to spend probably $600 a month considering the cost of food for food stamps. So that would be the effect of the fatherless effect. So we already have it built into our political system to address it. Closing this gap in a project that is required for the plenty profit product addresses directly the moral issue that has been placed into the hands of the government. And it allows the Come Home Project and the community members who invest their time, their money, and their talent into building a home community, into addressing the issue with their own voice and their own opinion. And guess what? That costs you a dime. You're there because you're a community helper. You're a part of the Fatherless Hope Project because you are a part of the Come Home Project, because your investments are there and you have a word in that project. Now, mind you, we're only talking about a 2-year contract where the Charter Foundation services you, but you can also get that same service from Concordia. We also have the NAACP that you can get from See Who Hat. Now, I'm not going to tell you what the NAACP does, because I'm not sure, but they do something for colored people. It's like there's line that's been drawn. There's the not colored and the colored over here. I get it. There's been a problem there for a long time. I noticed it in school. It's like, okay, there's a line there and there's a line there. There's no sign anymore. Oh, so you're going to teach me about the signs so that I understand the signs imply. That's what happened to me. Now, I understand that the NAACP, from what I understand, promotes free thinking. Come up with new ideas on how to remove the invisible signage from the color line. Make everything colorful. I mean, because if you look at white people, they're not really white. I mean, you see what white looks like. So you can add white people to the NAACP and have colorful people. And I get that. But I don't see that as the problem that makes the dividing line. And under the morale, those 4 goals for the morale of the Charter Foundation to make an investment of your community. Now, these are things that community must commit to before the Charter Foundation commits to signing an agreement with you. And what we have is parent partners. We don't give money to the NAACP. When we make a donation, we might even join. But what we do at the Trotter Foundation is bringing the education of the future into an environment. The target area for the Trotter Foundation takes the parents that are there, whether they are fathers, mothers, single. I don't want to go any further about how we're extending the family right now, but whatever type of family that is in the target area that is interested in products must first commit to a morale to become parent partners, so that there is no excuse for a parent that they cannot become a community helper, or an excuse being made for someone who is away from home to look at home and say there's nothing worth investing in there. So those are 4 morales, 4 projects that a community must say, I'll do that before I will even talk to you. I won't even talk to you unless you say you'll do these 4 things. Parent partners, community helpers, Come Home Project, and Fatherless Hope Project. On our government for. As your morale, as your community, before I work with you, you have to commit that you are going to spend your own money on your own children. Those are 4 commitments before I'll even talk to you. So please, please, continue your time in Chicago. Now, you also have Spectrios Institute for Low Vision and West Town Bikes. Now, I get that. People need glasses and people need bikes. So you go over there and you get JP Morgan to spend some money and they'll get bikes and things. Now, I changed this here for this. Oh, that's a big change. Finance offers an additional 4 products. Those 4 products target 4 areas that cause a new community to thrive. One of those being entertainment. And a lot of people look at this idea and they think, why don't you consider industry in building a community before you consider entertainment? All I can say to you is go to a place that's being built and see it built to completion without some entertainment. That's all I can say. Show me the place that's been built to completion and there was no entertainment. But the web cage is for children to have something to do, to explore in their mind, and to creatively think while these communities are being built. In addition to Caramel Delights, that causes a community to focus on its desire for the taste of food and to take time to make it feel good too. Because you can make your food feel good if you take the time to do that. So it's sort of a trade-off for nutrition and finance. And this is a restaurant business plan. The web cage is literally a low-cost, fun environment for safe child's play. Sort of a small play on an amusement park for a small community who can't afford to fly out to Disney World every time they want a family vacation. Caramel Delights is just something similar, just a business plan for someone who's already in business, who wants to start a business and just not sure of the structure that's going to be necessary to make it sustainable. There is where your Caramel Delight comes in and brings the finance for Plenty Profit product. Unknown Records promotes local talent and advertisement globally using these products that become available in your city, such as the Web Cage and Caramel Delight. Why does everyone have to go to Disney World for a vacation? Why does everyone have to go to Atlanta to ride on the Superman? Why can't someone come to the Web Cage where you live? Why can't someone on occasion, that's a family, a friend that moved away to work hard and work in those cities, why can't they come and get a good meal at home? It's finance for you at home. Someone with some direction showing you how to get there. Another one that is really important here, because this is, I'm not sure why this is written as it does, but I have it written here unknown, but I remember recording it as Rush Records and Productions. To change the value of introducing industry into finance, what Rush Records and Production has done is incorporated what's necessary to operate the Web Cage, Caramel Delights, Fatherless Hope Project, the Community Helper Project, and all the other plans into your own community. For example, the Web Cage creates an environment for children to come in and go roller skating. And it becomes a very popular thing. And in order to generate more revenue for the Web Cage and for your community, someone in your community takes over the production of one of the items, say a shoestring. That is an essential item for the skate. Now you think about that. Everyone in your city and surrounding cities are bringing their children to safe play where you live, and they all need shoestrings. And they don't have to buy their shoestrings from Amazon because you make them in your town. Now, these are the investment opportunities that your mayors and city leaders are supposed to be looking for when they're digging in water holes or making phone calls to get government money. The Trotter Foundation takes the Rush Records and Productions and makes those opportunities private in your hands, out of your government hands and in your hands. And finally, these are honorable contributions to a community that allows a community to bring all these things together. There are 4 more options that are honor options. Rush Realty, bringing your investment opportunity into property ownership. Rush Taxi and Courier, taking the big city environment of cabs and Ubers and bringing it into your small community and bringing down the cost of travel and saving the environmental costs for your humane living. Reducing the contribution of gas emissions rather than allowing the government to tax you for it. Rush and Go Petro, establishing your own liability for those emissions rather than government regulation on how you drive your car and when you drive your car and what type of car you drive. You control the power of your car. Now, I'm calling these things by my last name because I wrote the business plan for these items. But these items, after a 2-year completion on you finding out how to run these items yourself, they're yours. It's no longer and go, Petro. It's lot and go, Petro, after 2 years. Finally, we have laundry service. And I think I'm going to let that speak for itself. But here we have a convenient laundry service provided for families that are on the go, not sitting at Park Place, but someone that has something to do, someone that's busy, someone that has a life, someone that's on their way to a parent partners meeting, someone that just finished a community helper's job, someone that has a meeting for a fatherless hope project, someone that just finished baking a cake at Caramel Delights, someone that just got off their job at the shoe string factory, someone on the go that just needs to drop off their clothes and pick up. Now, I know this does not seem like a lot to you. And I know it doesn't seem like a lot to someone who has to run an entire community that has roads running through it and poles sticking out of it and people living in it. But the goal of the Plenty Profit product is to allow your government to do those things. Let your government do its job and let the private industry be your people. So the goal of the Plenty Profit product is to put profit into the hands of the people and put liability and responsibility into the hands of the government. But what you can do is you can see who hacks. And if you see who hacks, you could probably get Firm hosts its annual MLK Day of Service, provides employees opportunities to support local organizations at the annual MLK Day of Service. Also gives you 10 ways to give back, a year-long initiative in celebration of the 10th anniversary of Women Helping Women. Now, again, my product, it's a 12-module product where I teach you these 12 business plans and how to implement those 12 business plans. I do that in 2 years. It's a 2-year contract with the Trotter Foundation. But over here at See Who Hack, you get each year your firm hosts its annual MLK Day of Service, which provides employees the opportunity to support local organizations. Now, I'm not giving you an opportunity to support another local organization. What I'm doing at the Trotter Foundation is I am uniting one organization for 2 years for one goal: to create plenty profits for the public. But you can go over here, you can get that. They're Women Helping Women. It's a 10th anniversary of Women Helping Women initiative that's going on over there. Now, I don't gear this toward any specific genre of people. You just have a community of less than 30,000 people, I'm more than happy to come and work with you. If you have a community of less than 30,000 people and you're struggling with the government controlling the private industry and regulating how you spend, then I think my product is the way to go. But if you like charity coming from your government, maybe you can go over and do one of these Women Helping Women things. You also have All God's People. Now, I don't have anything like that. Now, I'm not a religious person. and some religious activities, but I'm not a religious person. But I'm a very spiritual person, and I believe in Jesus, and I have a ministry that is completely separate from what I do, but it is a forefront of my life before the Plenty Profit product. So my goal here personally is to have a staff that's available for you, that's fully equipped to show you what's not just show you what's in the business plan that's pre-written for you to accelerate from the completion of the 12 module 2-year step 12 module 2-year plan, but a staff who's qualified in leadership development and business development, who can also jumpstart you on what it takes to manage these ideas once we're gone. Because the goal isn't to take over your community and give you something that vanishes away. The goal is to give you profitability in your community that is sustainable, where you no longer have to rely on your government. Now, you can also go over here to See Who Hack, and you can get between friends, you can get a family focus, and you can get the New Extra Familia Center. They also have the Nora Project and the Young Women's Leadership Charter School. Now, you can go over there and you can get all that. Now, you're not going to get parent partners. No. Now, our charter school may come with parent partners. That's up to your community. If your community parent partners get together and say, what are the issues that we have here in our community that we're going to discuss over the 2 years, and after our 12 module period is over and our 2 years are up, these are the demands that we have from the rest of these 12 companies, and this is what we agree to. You might have your charter school after 12 years. I don't know. It's not my product. Would be purchasing it from the Trotter Foundation. But after 2 years, and you've gone through 12 modules, and you decide, hey, parents, what the goal is for parent partners is we're going to start a charter school. You could start a charter school for girls. Similar like the Nora Project, or maybe the Young Women's Leadership Charter School. It's an opportunity for you to do so if you were to use that product. However, you also have the opportunity to use See Who Hack and get legal services to straddle the United States economy's debt.